every day I hear from women who let me know that they're thankful that they're not alone. They know that now, and connected with our group.
Banners make an impression. They're really, they're poster size, and they're in storefront windows in numerous towns in Maine, and it's expanding, and we'll talk about that in a sec. But these are really personal. This really puts a face on domestic abuse, doesn't it?
Yes, the police chief in Rockland, when he saw this, he said it's the best outreach he ever saw because it does put a name and a face to this. People can relate much better when they can realize, hey, this happens to everybody, and it gets rid of stereotypes.
The only reason that you can get the message out through these banners is because you have women who are willing to tell their stories and to have their faces shown. What kind of responses have you gotten when you have suggested to women, or when women have come to you and said, well, I might do this, but I'm a little uncomfortable? What's it been like? How willing are women to?
If the woman says, I might do this, but I'm a little uncomfortable, I say, hey, there's lots of ways for you to be involved, but this is not right for you right now. The women that are on our banners are absolutely, we want to do this. And we want to do this because we're out, we're free, and we want to just empower other women to understand. And it's really all about letting the women who are in it know they're not alone, but also the general public to understand the complexity, insidiousness, pervasiveness of domestic abuse.
These banners have been on display in a lot of communities in the Mid-Coast, but now you're expanding to some new areas. Tell me about what you're doing as you move into Portland, Augusta, and Bangor.
In the year and a half, they've been in about 35 plus towns all over Maine. Tomorrow, we're bringing them to Bangor. Betsy, who's on a banner, is going to help me do that. And then next week, we're going to go to Portland. We're going to spend probably 3 days there. I'm going to spend a couple of overnights because that's a lot of ground to cover. Falmouth, Yarmouth, Brunswick, and then all through Portland, and then Augusta. And this is all before October 1st, just in time for Domestic Abuse Awareness Month.
As you move into these areas and these banners get seen by far more people than they have been before, what kind of a response do you think they're going to generate?
Well, we have 40 women right now on these banners, aged 18 to 81. We have a few banners in Portland, and just those few banners in Portland have probably gotten us more feedback from almost all the ones in the state. Really, it's just more people see them. So I'm really excited about that greater outreach.
And what does the nature of the feedback tend to be?
When we bring these banners around, it's a process. It takes time because we go in and we talk to people in the stores. And there's going to be someone in the store who's going to say, it happened to me, it happened to my sister, it happened to my mother, my daughter. And it's just conversation. That's what this is all about. Let's talk about it.
What do you want to be the next step? The recognition, people say, yes, that happened to me, and then a conversation. And then what do you want to be the next step?
We're the first step, because a lot of people will not contact a domestic abuse agency because they don't relate. They don't think they're a domestic abuse victim. Once they see all of our faces, they know something's wrong. They'll get in touch with us. We'll let them know about the local resources, the domestic abuse agencies. And that's what it's all about. And that's what we want. We want everyone in Maine to understand this happens to everybody. You're not alone. There's help out there. We got out. You can too.
You started this because you were a victim of domestic abuse. You got out. How has this changed your life, being involved in finding our voices?
I'm free, and there's nothing like freedom.